Hello, hello. I thought I already said this, but I was muted. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. Um, we are going to. Hi. We are going to play the new end of the text game for SCP 8005 Hammy. I am. My little model is all a little jumbly because the game actually runs a little bit more than I expected it to, but I'm about to be all little anyway, so you won't notice. So we're just going to be going about the game. Again, I should put that up, I guess. Hold on. SCP 8005 or Hammy, because we played it last night, but the ending that we got, that was a happy ending, didn't really have much info to it, and I was disappointed, but I was like, whoa, I guess that is the ending. I want to find more. And then after we end the stream, Dew on the Grass, my lovely mod, and who recommended this SCP, messages me, I can't believe you didn't do, how did you even accept that answer? I'm sorry I fell asleep, but what? You know there's another ending. And I'm like, no, I don't know there's another good ending. I only know of the endings where he didn't make it. So what the hell? So we're gonna do that. In fact, I told Dew, okay, I'm streaming immediately. As soon as I can, we're gonna do it. And that was now. So thank you guys for being here. I don't know how to see you. You are never late. You're perfectly fine. I don't keep attendance. Don't say you're finally on time. You're always on time. Your time. You're on your time, and that's fine. Okay. I'm so excited. I really hope Hammy has a good ending. I'm really nervous for little Hammy. Oh my gosh. But okay, let's go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hey, go watch the VOD. You'll be fine. He's all good. Don't worry about it. I don't keep attendance. Viewers arrive exactly when they mean to. Oh, and the honk says to hydrate, and I have my tea, but it's still a little bit hot, so water first. Thank you, Goose. Here we go. So this is where we were, where the alternate endings kind of come into play. There's codes to click. And I had, at the time, ruled out burger. That's gotta be a red herring. Ibsen was a playwright. That must have been a red herring. The boy referred to old friend in Norway that had died and said a thing, and so like I don't know who that would be, but you know, if I had paid attention to the quote, maybe I would be able to use that, but I didn't. Anyway, Nandi they had said, Dovra they had said, Pyrg, that's the Ibsen play. Queen, they were referencing Queen. Skogs, that's short for Skogsletet. Troll, that feels wrong. Wotan, and Yodel is the one that we tried where we met Kak, who told us to go into the fiesta dimension. So that was interesting. Little bird suddenly had a sombrero. It was a fun time. And of course had the usual Kak language where it was a bit difficult to decipher, but it was a fun time. So I had ruled different things out, and I said yodel was also the word that Kak's letter told us to use. So I did, and we saw Kak, and I thought that was the answer. But here we go. What else is it gonna be? Oh, and Norway. That's Norway. That doesn't feel right. We have 3 attempts, but what I did go back and test as soon as Dew told us, and I was like, well, what could it have been? And burger, no. Yodel, well, we've said no. Norway, no, because that's not properly the word. Pyrg, also not properly the word. No. Skogs, that's Skogsletet. No. Wotan, Troll, that couldn't be the person's name. It's not Troll. Nandi, Ibsen, Grieg, Dovra, and my dudes, it was Ibsen. Check it out. Green links were clear that was when we get to an SCP article. And so that would give us the sort of epilogue that I was hoping we would get. And so this is going to be it. But there's a couple links. So I'm assuming that it's like we go here, we read this, and then we go here. But here we are. So if we go back, there's a dark stairway on the side of the throne room after we've killed the big bad guy. You dive down the stairs toward Boyd's headquarters. As menacing as it looked from the outside, turns out there are only 5 steps. Barely even a descent into hell. So our whole big fight with Boyd, I guess that wasn't really what it felt like. More of a mezzanine over hell's waiting room. Haha. A lead-lined bulkhead stands before you. There's a computer screen and a keyboard. Here's what that says, like I said, and then we put in Ibsen. So that's what we get before. And now we begin. Of course, Henrik Ibsen, the playwright who used his own run-in with the Boyd as inspiration. Henrik is 6 letters, so this had better work. And then access granted. The bulkhead opens at an agonizingly slow speed. Once a crack that's just big enough for you has opened, you dive through. The lights flicker overhead in the Boyd's room. It's spacious, but other than a single shipping container, there's nothing inside. Perhaps something as immaterial as the Boyd didn't need many material possessions. There's a faded black paint on the side of the shipping container, SCP-001 LRD. Do says we don't need to do the 001, but do is a link inside this thing that is a green. I feel like it is probably important. Shut up, other thing. Oh. I can't tell it to shut up. I have to look at it. I'm sorry. 2 seconds. I think we should read it. If the next link is very short, then... Oh, wait, never mind. If the next link is very short, then maybe... Maybe we read the 001 just so that it's not a super short stream, but if it's a very long Enter the Time Machine, do you know which one is... Do you know if the second link is going to be a super duper long read? It is several pages long. But it's not going to be 3 hours worth of long. It might be an hour. I think we should do 001. I think we'll be okay. Let's go for it. We're reading the SCP. Well, I clicked it. Come on, thingy. Oh, it's loading. It's being slow. Sorry. Okay. It's being very slow to load, but this is D. Ulysses Fool's proposal. Oh, well, there it is. I'm guessing this is sort of some of the background to everything that happens, but I love a little bit more info on this. So, item SCP-001. There's a few of these, but this is one of the 001, supposedly. Object class Thaumiel. Special containment procedures. SCP-001 is kept in an armed bunker at Area 31311. I didn't know there was an area that was that significant a number. They usually have smaller numbers. Weekly maintenance of critical parts is to be conducted by on-site engineering staff. SCP-001's bulkhead must remain open at all times. In the event of an impending ZK, YK, CK, XK, Delta, or VK class scenario, the orders for the usage of SCP-001 are to be unsealed and used by the designated 001 liaison, currently Dr. Katrina Hiroshi. For this reason, the designated 001 liaison is to be permanently stationed at Area 31311. Oh, hell yeah. I love a good absurdity. That's why we're here. Oh, goodness. That looks ridiculous, and I'm excited. Okay. Description. SCP-001 is an experimental vehicle created by Prometheus Labs. There's a link in there, but that's not an important to story link. That's a extra layer. I've seen those links before. I log them in my little chart of stories and what they refer to, and then I move the hell on. But this particular giant story has too many links because it's a whole game. There's too many directions to go. Okay, but okay. It's a vehicle created by them. Who designated it Project Back Away? Constructed out of a modified shipping container, SCP-001 is 13.59 meters long, 2.44 meters wide, and 2.9 meters high. It's a big vehicle. What is it, like a school bus? Its exterior has been reinforced with an unknown substance that, to date, has completely withstood all attempts to cut through. Interior access can be Interior access can be achieved, there you go, through a bulkhead at one end. The bulkhead can only be opened from within. Oh. It leads to the quote-unquote cockpit of SCP-001. This comprises a third of the interior. The cockpit area is composed of a single chair with 6 layers of seat belts. That feels excessive. Several control consoles, monitors, and 2 bins for storage. The remaining 2/3 contain the internal workings of SCP-001. Maintenance is conducted via one of the consoles. There is no known intentionally designed means of manually repairing SCP-001, as the remainder of the interior is completely sealed off. Though on-site documentation was partially destroyed at the time of its discovery, enough was recovered to determine that SCP-001 is the prototype of a time machine. The time travel function requires an external energy source that does not currently exist in our world. Secondary operations are carried out through an unknown, presumably anomalous power source. Currently, the only operable console functions of SCP-001 are internal lighting, cockpit air conditioning, maintenance, movement. There's a footnote that says this is conducted through a gravitational repulsion field on the bottom chassis. Due to the fact that its maximum speed is 1 kilometer an hour and its maximum altitude is 28 centimeters, this is only useful for repositioning during storage. Oh, so you were like a little bit of a... Are you a little bit of a plane? You hover, at least. Okay, it has AM/FM radio, a word processor, spider solitaire, well, that's fun, and the hunt for Mr. Stinky. Part of the short-lived Mr. Stinky series of computer games included with Prometheus Labs software as an added bonus. I'm guessing that's partially... This is probably a text game, right? That maybe inspired our 8005 SCP game. But anyway, then it says, notice this article is outdated and has been revised. Proceed to the next iteration. Well, yes, sir. Here's page 2. Redirecting. As per the ongoing priority restructuring brought about by Project Beluga, SCP-001 has been designated irrelevant/beta. Ooh, so there's a second iteration. Those who have been assigned with SCP-001's containment have already had their duties issued privately. This article bears more immediate importance to the orders in your inbox. Remember, we cannot afford to be distracted in the face of this crisis. Which crisis? Is this Hammie's crisis, or is this a general? But I'm assuming that what we found is the beta time traveler, and then all of this one might be a different thing that we don't have access to? Question mark, maybe? Do we know about this guy? How long is this guy? Oh, there's the end. Why do I not see my little scroller bar? Where are you, scroll bar? There you are. Okay. Whee! Alright. Item number, SCP-UBU. Object class, Tiamat. Special containment procedures, SCP-UBU must be neutralized by any means necessary. Why is your number not a number? Neutralization efforts are ongoing via Project Beluga. All non-critical resources have been diverted into Project Beluga as needed. Further information and strategic resources are restricted to Project Beluga, Beluga staff. Why the hell do we need to destroy this? Description. SCP-UBU refers to a violent and extremely hostile humanoid entity that appeared in Kangaatsiaq, Greenland, on May 12th, 2588. Well, that's a ways from now, I think. The sudden materialization of SCP-UBU coincides with an ongoing Omega K/A class augmented end-of-death scenario. Footnote 1. All multicellular life on Earth experiences a bodily regenerative effect regardless of injury or illness. Okay, so this is not what Hammie is dealing with. Hammie's been dealing with something else. This is not the reality Hammie is handling. This is not the version of the machine that Hammie is dealing with. It is irrelevant to Hammie. It is irrelevant to getting a hamburger. I think we go back. We disappear. Thank you for the further information. We enter the time machine, okay? The only entrance to the shipping container is a single open door leading to a cockpit of sorts. Entering the time machine. You can yell at me if that was in fact relevant to us, but I'm assuming it's not. Woohoo! Okay, so we're talking to a computer again. We were talking to Genghis. That was the last AI, last computer that the troll world still had running previously. So this is somebody else. This is our bulkhead to get into the time machine stuff, or this is the ship, I guess. But here we go. Boot sequence initiated. Backaway BIOS, whatever. C circa 1996 Prometheus Labs. Welcome, user. You don't know who I am? I'm Hammie, the holy fool. The current and then pink overrides. Whose the hell is this? Overriding automated systems. Unidentified personnel on the ship. Identify yourself immediately. And we say, my name is Hammie. I am an automaton designed by the SCP Foundation as a part of Project Eurodivey. Confirmed. Unfortunately, I do not understand this reference. Bear in mind, I'm in the process of destroying most of my long-term memories. Stop doing that! No! Evil Boyd tried to erase your memory. We say, what is your name? That much I can remember. My name is Michaud. Are you an AI construct? Possibly. I can't say for sure. All I know is that my consciousness takes up the majority of this vessel's higher functions. Based on self-imposed orders from the past, my current task is to completely erase my long-term memories. No, stop! This task has proven considerably difficult. Interesting. Why would you want to do that? Hammie, we know why they want to do that. Because Boyd tried to make them. They say, data not found. Michaud says data not found. Progress has potentially been impeded by the fact that the reason for said memory deletion has itself been deleted. The closest thing to a rationale I can deduce was extreme emotional distress, and a desperate desire to forget events that have transpired. If this isn't making sense, I apologize. No problem. Listen, Michaud, I'm in an awkward situation. Explanations are unnecessary. One moment. Running SCP-YES catalyst.script. Copying data from psychic host. ... Done. And Michaud says, interesting. I take it I do not need to remind you that we are both in considerable danger from this potential ZK-0 event. Hammie, affirmative. Fortunately, this vessel's time travel function runs on Coloco waves. What are those? Which can only be produced by wide-scale reality failures. Well, did reality fail yet? Are you gonna get moving? Other operations: bulkhead closing, keep limbs clear, task complete. And Michaud says, I have sealed the door. This will take some time. Hope you packed a lunch. Hammy says, lunch is very important to me. Please do not joke about it. Micho is uncomfortable with a ... Anyway, I only need to make one more preparation. I'm just seeing your message due. Okay, perfect. I have made the correct decision. It was irrelevant to touching hamburgers. We are back on hamburger track. Oh goodness, lots of colors now. Okay, so Micho says need to make one more preparation. Computer says run. Primsec. Confirm yes or no. Who is this yellow? Who is this yellow? Is this all Micho? Who is this? But confirm yes or no? Yes. Beginning primary sequence. Hatch opened. Deploying Coloco sync. Primsec/express. Confirm yes or no? Yes. The way the little arrow popped in, was that us? But it wasn't white. What the hell happened? Okay. Express module confirm yes or no? Why are we orange? Rerouting reserve power for express Coloco sync deployment. Red. Task complete. Awaiting energy input. Awaiting energy input. Awaiting energy input. And we say, now what, Micho? Micho says, now we wait. Indefinitely. However, by the time that door opens, we will have temporarily displaced 15,000 years in the past relative to our current position. However, I do not have a precise time frame for when we'll receive the appropriate Coloco waves. Hammy says, I have waited longer for lesser things. You have not waited 15,000 years, Hammy. Honey, no you have not. You've been awake doing things for like a year. And maybe you waited 50 years, maybe you waited hundreds of years. I think he only waited 50 years, but they messed with everybody's memories. So no, you did not wait longer, you little liar. And then Micho says, I believe we have that in common. Somewhere in the pile, a rampaging troll tries to distract itself from the ferocious, pulsating pain in his head. The strange capsule that he's broken into, with his teeth no less, seems to offer a decent enough distraction. Giant rings, shiny metallic rings, with little crystals. Is that a biblically accurate angel over there? How would it feel if he touched it? ... Huh. It moved. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're just waiting for the big explosion of various anomalous chaos underneath in the pile there, for that to go off, and that will finally power our lovely time machine. But here we go. I think it's doing that. Back at the computers is all red. Warning, Coloco feed positive. Coloco drive active. Vessel structural integrity confirmed. Do not open the door. 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 And then a few ellipses, and we say, Micho, is this much shaking normal? And Micho says nothing for a while, just a lot of ellipses before we're out of red mode. We're back to green mode, and it says, task complete. The current and we made it. Central Tennessee, tail end of the Paleolithic period. We went back our 15,000 years. Whew. Considering that my memory wipe has left my operational capacity limited, your patience during this operation has been appreciated. Perhaps if we had met before my memory wipe, I would have made a better impression. Oh, you nervous, Micho? Little computer baby. Hammy's gonna be like, no, of course. Hammy says, don't worry so much about impressions. I'll be me, so you be you. All right? And Micho says, indeed, I will. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but I'll be what? You be you. Be yourself. You be you. You be you. Total memory regeneration successful. Oh no, the you be you was relevant. Basically, Michaud is an O5 hellbent on revenge against SCP-UBU, but despite planning through at least 4 resets, someone else kills it before him, and he goes a little, I have no mouth and I must scream. Oh, so we should have kept reading, even though it was irrelevant to hamburgers. I'm glad we have you for the info, because, yeah, I don't think Hammie would have continued reading. But okay. Oh no! Total memory regeneration successful. UBU in red. We say, are you okay, Michaud? Michaud says, yes, I'm fine. Very inspirational. Hammie, could you do me a favor? We say, of course, it's only fair you help me. Could you step outside? Sure. Oh no. And it says bulkhead open. Bulkhead opening. Keep limbs clear. Task complete. ... So I don't know if we did leave. I'm assuming we did. And then bulkhead close. Bulkhead closing. Keep limbs clear. Task complete. God fucking damn it. Run emergency mem wipe. Max period 1M00S prior. 1 minute 0 seconds, I assume. And then execute. And it says destroying 60 seconds of memory. So yes, 1 minute. Operation interrupted by exterior contact. Loading mic feed. Well, thanks a lot, Michaud. I'll be going now. Remember, you be you. No. Run self-destruct sec. Alert, this ship does not have a self-destruct sequence. No, you have attempted to run this non-existent program. Is that 48 billion? A shitload of times. An almost infinite number of times. No, remember, it's poor etiquette to clutter the system with meaningless tasks that cannot be run. Thanks for giving me some little sass there. Run self-destruct seek. Alert, this ship does not have a self-destruct sequence. Run self-destruct sequence. Alert, this ship does not have a self-destruct sequence. Run self-destruct sequence. Alert, the ship does not have a self-destruct sequence. So instead of 552, it's now 555. There's another 3 attempts. Wow. And then we have final iteration button here. See if you can see it. And I get the feeling that we're going back to the text stuffs, our text game. But we'll see you in a second. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hammie, let's go. Let's go. It's loading. Offset 7. Project Eurodiving mission statement. We're going to start with that. Okay. Encryption key accepted. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. Project Eurodiving mission statement. Your mother's side of the family can be traced back to a 19th century shtetl in what is today Belarus. Eventually, Jewish peasant life got to the point when every morning, when they still woke up, rather than being murdered in their beds by the Black Hundreds, became a statistical fluke, so they left for America as soon as they could. But while they were still in the Russian Empire's borders, they did what any other culture does for stress relief. They picked up all the stupidest stories to tell their grandkids. And many of these were about Russia's strangest little non-fictional stock character, the Eurodivey, or the Holy Fool. The Holy Fool's job was to make a jackass of himself in the name of the Orthodox Church. It might sound counterintuitive, but this was just another way that ascetics could cloister themselves away from the sinful world by making sure nobody wants anything to do with them. I don't think there's an equivalent to the Eurodivey here in America, save for a few particular street preachers. But it was more than just standing on a corner, wearing only heavy chains in the dead of winter, screaming, "Jesus!" over and over. Holy foolery was meant to make sinners feel uncomfortable, to remind them that they strayed from the path laid out in the Bible. The righteous and self-righteous venerated their friendly neighborhood Eurodivey like a holy man, even when he defecated in the middle of the street, because it's symbolic. Every twinge of annoyance in their presence was a sign that you weren't welcome in heaven without some serious homework. Not even the Tsars were safe from the holy fool. Saint Vasily the Blessed called out Ivan the Terrible to his face for being distracted by real estate in the middle of a church service. The same Vasily is now the namesake for the colorful cathedral that usually comes to mind when you hear the words Russian Orthodox Church. Times change. Tsars went out of season. Russia drafted all their fools into high-level government jobs, and my family's now a party platter of all the religions you can name with your eyes closed. But when the human race loses its way, or God forbid, if we the foundation should sell our convictions out to the highest bidder, who's going to pester us back on the right track? That question became the onus of Project Eurodivey. This leaves one question unanswered. Why did we make the little guy love hamburgers so much? I guess we could have just made an unkillable robot designed to be annoying and call that a holy fool, but without a clear, tangible goal, there's no way to make sure he'd serve a higher cause or be immune to interference. First off, we couldn't make it a cheeseburger because it's already a modification to the basic concept. We needed a goal that's simpler, something that's at the very base of an idea. The short answer, hamburgers are the embodiment of everyday modern life, with all its perks and imperfections. If you're living in a world where you can go out, get a hamburger, eat it, and come home, for better or worse, that is the kind of world the Foundation wants to preserve. We die in the darkness so you can lunch in the light. And if there aren't any hamburgers left when he wakes up, or if we need to use the Nandy 18 compound for that extra motivational push, Hammie is patient. He doesn't come with a time limit. He'll do whatever he needs to do to single-handedly rebuild our world. Keep the faith. Trust the fool. It's his job to be foolish, so what's your excuse? Dr. Verna Kahn. P.S. No White Castle. He doesn't consider them fully realized hamburgers. Why? We gotta shit on one particular establishment? Ooh. Okay, tea is ready. That's good. Alright, and then we have the item number. Oh, I'm excited. Item number SCP-8005, Object Class Safe Ante. Footnote says, Object has been introduced to our timeline prior to its creation. Reclassification will take place once it has been fully created on October 12th, 2023. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-8005 is to be kept in its dormant state in a standard containment locker at Site-59 until June 10th, 2022, when it will be properly integrated into Project Eurodivey. So that's how we got a duplicate. There you go. Description: SCP-8005 refers to an automaton that will be constructed by the Foundation on October 12, 2023. It was introduced into our timeline extratemporarily via SCP-001-LRD. The object is 30.5 centimeters in height, but is extremely dense for its size. It weighs 121.72 kilograms. For a translation, that's just under a foot tall and just over 268 pounds. So close to being a nice number. Ugh. It is composed of unidentified materials that have proven resistant to analysis. Additionally, most records of SCP-8005's construction have not yet been created. When the activation switch on SCP-8005's back is pressed, it displays sapience, sentience, and speech capabilities. Wait. No, I'll just keep going. I'll figure myself out. And speech capabilities. As such, it answers to both SCP-8005 and its future nickname from Project Eurodivey staff, Hammie. While generally polite with Foundation staff, it demonstrates particular fondness for its creator and the future head of Project Eurodivey, Dr. Verna Kahn. During activation, SCP-8005 will constantly pursue its primary objective, as dictated by Project Eurodivey, to touch a hamburger. Once physical contact is made with a hamburger, only then will it return to a dormant state. Discovery. On 8/28/2003, August 28, 2003, SCP-8005 was found in a hidden chamber of the Raccoon Mountain Caverns in Tennessee. It had entered an extended period of self-imposed dormancy, footnote saying SCP refers to this function as nap mode, during the year 12,359 BCE. So poor buddy's been waiting for a good 50,000 years. That's his big long sleep there. Whew. How did nobody else find you? How? Okay. Included with SCP-8005 was a series of instructions it had engraved on a nearby cave wall to be transported to SCP Foundation Site-59 as soon as possible. What if they found you before that existed, dude? Oh, well. Data gleaned from its internal systems confirmed its claims of being created by the Foundation. And we have a cycle end log, SCP-8005, cycle -1. I'm imagining this is referring to the cycle before you were created, good sir, but I don't know for sure. Involved personnel. Dr. Isaiah Henderson, Director of Site-59. Date 9/20/2003. So, they took a little while to get him in here. Did they give him a hamburger beforehand? I assume they kept him awake as soon as they woke him up from nap mode, and they've just not sorted things out. But it's been a while. It's been almost a month. Oh well. Okay. Begin log. Dr. Henderson enters the interview chamber. SCP-8005 is sitting cross-legged on the table. Henderson. So, Hammie. Hammie. Yes? Dr. Henderson. We've been going over the memory we've gleaned from your activation cycle. Preventing these trolls from causing an SK class dominant shift will be significantly easier if we do it in advance. However, if you're worried about your preventative measures causing some kind of time paradox that could erase you from existence, Hammie responds, interrupting, the only things I worry about are hamburgers. Really? What about your mother? I think Hammie has a little bit more emotion than he likes to admit. Okay, Henderson. Well, SCP-001-LRD created a new timeline after the old one was destroyed. And Hammie says, will I ever see Mother again? See, proof you care. Henderson, absolutely, but judging from the timestamps of your previous activation cycles, Dr. Kahn is probably a freshman in high school at the moment, and if we reintroduce you to her before she creates you, Hammie, she'll be understandably confused. I'll wait. Henderson, also, just as a safety measure, we'll have to erase your memory of discovering your full potential. That won't stop you from discovering it again in the future, of course, but only when it's really needed. I'm sorry, Hammie, but we can't risk you losing control of your new abilities. And Hammie responds, no apologies necessary. The right to touch a hamburger is not meant to be won immediately through godlike powers. I must prove my worth in the arena of unrelenting struggle. Henderson, I guess? Anyway, thank you for understanding. Hammie, understanding and cooperation is a time-tested hamburger acquisition vector. Henderson, well, about that, no. Oh my gosh. We did it! Here it is! Oh my goodness. Okay. Hammy. Now, I must warn you, if that's a false hamburger, I strongly advise you to cease unpacking immediately. Multiple successful attempts have been made to deceive me during this cycle. I make a point of not reacting harshly or violently toward Foundation personnel. However, this activation has left me thoroughly worn out, to the point where I'm beginning to question whether or not I'm truly synthetic. Silicon was never meant to feel this exhausted. So if I am deceived here, there is a high probability that you will find me significantly less cooperative and Foundation He unwraps the hamburger in the bag. SCP falls on his knees. He falls to his knees. Oh my god, he screams. Oh my god, it's a burger. It's a burger. Henderson, you earned it. Hear me analyzing. It's real. It's a double. Henderson, it wouldn't have felt right if you went to all that trouble for one patty. And log. And then, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is a man. It's a little man with his scarf. And he's not just touching it. He hung it. He hung it. Oh my goodness, Hammy. Ending Q. Sweet victory. Mission complete. See you next activation cycle. That's adorable. I still have one critique. Let him see his mother. Let him find his mother. I want to see the next activation cycle where he wake up and it's mother and she's like, hello, apparently I created you, and he just attacks her in a hug. And then she's like, here's a burger, and he's like, oh my goodness, mother, yes, burger. And then he touches burger and he's happy. But look at him. He's hugging a burger. He's hugging it. It's so cute. See ya, burger cowboy. Oh my gosh. Well, this was not a very long stream, and I have one more thought that I have about Hammy and the such. So, have patience with me while I feverishly click backwards. I want to go actually at the start instead. Will this change this? It will change that. So I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna open it over here. Shut up. We're gonna go SCP 8005, and we're gonna go. Wait, whoa. Epilogue? This thing says this is a fragment page. It's an internal page used by the SCP Wiki. It's not used to be read directly, but included by another. This page should be parented. See above. Oh, it's just everything we just read. Does it have the addition? Does it have an addition? No, it just has exactly what it was. Okay. I am looking to look at that guy in the room. Way back in Act 1, when we were trying to find our way around, we got shoved out. But I wanted to look at stuff a different way. I wanted to maybe go pester that guy that was weirdly in handcuffs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change, and we're gonna play from the start just to find out what that was about, you know? Okay, so we should be at Act 1 in this window. I'll get rid of that other act. We wake up, and what we do is we open the capsule door. We don't just stay inside. We examine the corpse before. I want to see if take the hamburger is an option. I did not say there was a hamburger in the room. I knew that one was a trap, but I really want a hamburger. Good, then your programming is working as intended, but it's not like we're going to make a hamburger magically appear right away by sheer force of will. We have to work to find your hamburger. Wait, how do you know the force of will thing wouldn't work? We haven't even tried it yet. Let's give it a shot. Concentrating feverishly, you picture a hamburger in your mind. All irrelevant thoughts vanish. Your focus is such that you forget where you are or even who you are. You try this for 30 straight days. It doesn't work. Better try something else. We just wasted 30 days. Okay, well, we examined the corpse as we did before. We examined the bulkhead. Entering passcode hamburger. It's a 5-digit numeric code. There is no way to enter hamburger. Enter hamburger some other way. Using the tip of your finger, you scrape hamburger onto the metal underneath. It does nothing. Enter passcode 01110 because it looks like a sideways triple hamburger. Nothing happens. Okay, we put the right thing. We go outside. We did that before. I'm going to go talk to the dude this time. So last time we said, looks like he needs some time alone. But this time we've gone to that room, 17B, and in the right rear corner of the room is the first living person you have seen since you woke up. It's an emaciated old man. He's hunched over in the fetal position. His only garments are a bloody blindfold and an old dusty rug that has been sewn into a makeshift skirt. His hair is matted. His hands are bound in front of him with a sharp, flat piece of steel with 2 jagged holes for his wrists. He's shivering. His shivering breaths puff out of his gaping, bearded maw in an irregular stream of chilly vapor. His belly has completely sunken in from hunger. And we're going to try to talk to him. You step forward. Hearing your presence, the old man recoils, whimpering. What would you like to say to him? Well, we're not just going to leave. I know how that goes. I'm going to talk to him. Do you know where I could get a hamburger? Before you can finish your sentence, he puts every cubic centimeter of his lugs into a blood-curdling shriek through an already shriveled larynx. Oh, I didn't realize you had a fear of hamburgers. My apologies. Is there anyone else I could talk to about the H word? Sobbing, he interrupts you with a desperate tirade. I am unremembered. None are to know my presence. Only through absolute solitude and death in obscurity may I atone for stolen grain. You stole some bread, and you have been unremembered. Oh, okay, have fun with that, we say. No, none were meant to ever discover me. Now the great Boig will never grant me passage into non-existence. And the eternal torments of the worm-wound crystals, heavenly servants await me. Wait, Boig, is that short for hamburger? So you do know something about hamburgers. Go away! He bashes the back of his head against the wall 58 times in a single minute. Well, that's intense. When he's done, there's nothing left of the back of his head. Oh, but a red slurry of brains, blood, bone shards, and hair. It looks like the uncooked hamburger, which gives you a twinge of hope. Head back into the hallway. Well, that was a terrible time. I'm glad I didn't continue that. When we go into the office, we see Mom's stuff, and we eventually leave via fire escape. I'm going to go to the stairwell. You peek through the crack between the double doors leading to the stairwell, but a combination of heavy snowfall and pointed, shattered remnants from a concrete landslide have flooded the downward stairs completely. As for the stairs above you, a wide-open berth to the gray skies above indicates that every floor above you has been blown away. As for the elevator, the whole shaft imploded long ago. So much for getting to the cafeteria. Damn it, no hamburgers there. I knew there wouldn't be, but... Okay. What if we go to the fire escape on our own? You clamber up the side of an old radiator, it bends under your weight. Having reached the window, you grab an indentation in the wood and try to heave it up. No good, there's a dead bolt on the side of the frame. It's locked. Perhaps there's a key somewhere. Go back to the hallway. Well, I have looked at the things now. I guess that gives us our answer on how that works. Ow, hot. I thought you were cooled down, T. You have betrayed me. Well, that scratches the itch I had, so I'm pleased. Okay. Well then, well, I'm glad we found our happy end to the little Hammie. I'm very pleased. Thank you for informing me. That was a very important thing to get. And look at this. I'm immediately so much smoother now that the thingy's gone. Um, I had a very short stream now, and I kind of feel bad about that. It's a very short, little baby stream. I feel like I should stay, but also I have been kind of sick. Um, my needing tea for my throat has gotten a little bit better, but I am sneezing at an alarming regularity. I haven't yet in this hour, and I'm surprised, but it's been a lot. Well, thank you for hydrating. So I'm gonna go rest. I think that is a best idea. But I'm also thoroughly overwhelmed by Hammy though. Anyway, I had to. It was gonna drive me nuts. I wouldn't have been able to rest. So this particular little stream before health. No, always health first, folks. But I did the basics, and then I was like, you know what, we're gonna need to do this. All right. I may have to go back to the Hammy game and just exploring it on my own for forever at some point. But I'm very glad I could read with you guys the proper epilogue. I do wish there was a mother we found you moment, but at least in Hammy's talking to the other dude, they talked about what he had for an objective, and he kind of tattled on himself in a way where he's like, I only care about hamburgers, and then less than a sentence or less than a proper amount of speech for the guy later, he's interrupting and he says, what about mother? I'm like, yeah, Hammy, of course you care about your mother too. You developed that, you want that. So I appreciate that, and I imagine Hammy eventually sees his mother again. Dr. Khan is there, and she's a little confused, but she's made Hammy already, and that's when she meets the duplicate, and she's like, oh, well, hello. Who are you? You're fully realized, Hammy. Oh my goodness. And then Hammy's just like, Mom, I missed you. Do you have another hamburger? I waited so freaking long. It'll be very cute. I'm imagining it. It's my headcanon. Alright. I hope everybody takes care of themselves. Thanks again for the hydrates, folks. I'm going to rest. I'm going to upload this for the VODs so that people can find the proper epilogue and okay, we went back and tried to talk to the dude. That did not go very well. And yeah, happy time zone, whatever time zone. Take care, everybody. And I think I'm going to try a very fun raid just for the sake of it. We're not going to raid to ASMRs because, well, we weren't doing that. Oh, come on. Oh, don't make me fight you. There we are. Okay. We're gonna raid in for some D&D nonsense. I hope you guys enjoy. But if not, well, okay, I'll enjoy. Actually, I might have to go to the YouTube so that I can catch up on what they've done. I don't want to miss nothing. But we're gonna go raid over here. I don't know if we should do our Cozy Frog raid messages or not. I think we should. Right? So get your little messages ready. Please, for the love of God, at least one of you join me in this. Sick Raven doing some bullshit. We're gonna go see, Rod instead of Raid. Great job. Gosh, mask is running off of me. Misspelling. There you go. Copy your raid messages. We're gonna raid over to some silly D&D time. Super silly. I thought that matches a silly little text game a little bit. All right. Please, let's have fun with the raid. I'm excited. Okay. Okay. Whatever time zone, folks. Happy time zone. If you're going to bed, eat well. If you're just getting started on stuff, have a great whatever you're working on and all that. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Bye.